Before anyone remembers your name, your work has already begun.
In the chill before sunrise at a royal road station, your horse snorts steam into cedar smoke, and a sealed packet waits in a steward's hands as if it weighs more than bronze. You sleep in fragments, wrapped in rough wool near the stable wall. Hooves striking timber wake you before the sky pales. A stable boy rubs down a fresh mount with straw, and the smell of dung, warm hide, and yesterday's ash settles low in your throat. A clerk of the station sits cross-legged beside an oil lamp, his reed stylus moving over a wax tablet. He checks the seal, then your face, then the bronze token that marks you as the king's courier. You kneel for a quick blessing to Ahura Mazda, touching fingers to lips. Breakfast is fast and plain. Barley bread hard from the night, a handful of dates, goat cheese sweating in the cool dark, and watered wine in a clay cup. You eat standing up while the groom tightens the girth and checks the leather straps twice. The packet comes wrapped in leather and tied with cord, its clay seal stamped with authority you do not dare question. You are never told its words. You carry orders, tax tallies, troop counts, warnings, pleas. Your duty is speed, silence, and an unbroken hand. When the eastern light turns the road pale, you mount. The station master lifts his arm. A guard swings open the gate. Your horse lunges forward under you, and the packed earth begins to drum through your legs, steady and hard, mile after measured mile. The first stretch runs through cultivated land where irrigation channels glint between fields. Farmers already bend over barley and onions, their robes gathered above muddy calves. Children stop and stare. They know your pace means the empire is speaking somewhere beyond their village and into another man's trouble. Dust rises with the sun, it coats your lips, settles in your eyelashes, and works into the folds of your tunic. Along the roadside stand stone markers and watch posts with armed men under shade cloth. They recognize the courier token. No one delays you. By mid-morning the road climbs. Hooves strike firmer ground where stone has been laid and repaired by gangs you will never meet. You pass caravans loaded with dyed cloth, grain sacks, copper tools, and jars of oil. Mule bells clink. Drivers pull aside before your mount reaches them. At the first relay station, you do not rest long enough to feel relief. Men rush and practice silence. One takes the foam-flecked horse. Another brings a fresh animal already saddled. A third checks the seal for damage. You swing from one back to another, while breathing hard through your nose. The new horse runs hot and eager. The land opens into wind-cut hills, and the road threads between rock and scrub. Somewhere ahead, officials wait with questions you will not answer. Somewhere behind, someone counted on the sun to rise before this message reached its destination. Near noon, heat presses down like a hand on the back of your neck. You stop at a cistern station, where water smells faintly of stone and algae. A servant pours it over your wrists first, then gives you a cup. Your horse drinks from a trough, while flies gather at its eyes. A local governor's escort appears in a churn of dust, wanting news from the west. Their spears shine, their horses stamp. You keep your mouth shut and hold out the bronze token at your chest. The officer sees it, curses softly, and pulls aside. Even rank bends before the sealed cord. Clouds gather over the mountains by afternoon. The light turns copper and dim. Wind drives grit against your cheeks, and your horse flinches at the smell of rain on dry earth. Thunder rolls far off. You lower your body close to the mane and keep the packet under your cloak. The storm breaks hard in the pass. Water sheets down stone, turning ruts slick. Iron bit clacking as it fights for footing. A wheel from a stranded ox cart lies split near the road edge. Men huddle under cloaks. You ride through cold mud and stinging runoff. At the next station, firelight trembles on wet walls and cedar beams. A scribe warms sealing clay near the brazier, while a cook ladles lentil stew into shallow bowls. You hand over the packet for inspection without ever loosening the cord. Fresh hands, fresh witness. Fresh horse. The chain must stay clean. You hear things while changing mounts. Satraps under suspicion. Grain short in one district. Tribute late from another. Greek cities restless beyond the sea. None of it belongs to you. Yet all of it passes across your palms in leather, clay, and cord.
One burden after the next.
By late day, the road broadens toward a larger post where imperial authority feels heavier. Relief-carved stone guards the entrance. Officials in fine-pleated robes wait beneath a portico. You dismount stiffly, knees shaking, and present the dispatch with both hands as custom demands. The receiving scribe studies the seal in silence, then breaks it with a small knife. Your whole day disappears into another man's reading. Orders shift, riders are summoned, a servant leads your lathered horse away. You stand in the courtyard smelling rain, smoke, and horse blood from a far stall. Night comes quietly after all that haste. You eat warm bread, onions, and a little salted meat beside the stable wall. Boots off, thighs trembling from the saddle. Tomorrow another seal will press into clay. Another road will open before dawn. Which detail would have broken you first?